Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, how are they? My people, no time for introduction because I am very, very angry. I am mad. I'm pissed off. My people, today, I want us to hear Kenneth Okonkwo and ASARI Dokubo speaking about sit at home and Biafra. In the case of Kenneth Okonkwo, he's crying about sit at home, which we all know today is sit at home. And ASARI Dokubo is back saying that the Igbo side of the eastern region are not Biafrans. That the only true Biafrans are the Igbos. This guy will never rest. But without any much further ado, make we hear what Kenneth Okonkwo talk and ASARI Dokubo before I come in and put some wisdom in their head. If you're ready, let's go there. No time for introduction. Let's go there. Listen.
Pressed economy. We're talking about multiple charges. You just heard somebody saying that even if you want to export, NAFDAC will tell you bring your certificate. You will still hear Standard Organization of Nigeria telling you bring your certificate. You will still have, and all these things cost money. They just told us that from Onitsha to Enugu, you have 30 checkpoints. And people are still sitting at home on Monday. That means they are not there for security, they are there for extortion. And the Inspector General of Police should stop this nonsense. It's extortion, for crying out loud. So you can see how they are lamenting that these things, that's why they say it's a toxic operating environment, insecurity, which is induced by the security agency, part of it. Because how can you say people are saying sit at home, sit at home? Do you think they're sitting at home because they want to sit at home? They're sitting at home because when they come out, they'll be killed.
That's not true. In most cases, my dear guy here, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, when it comes to sit at home, the people, we decided to sit at home every Monday. We are the ones that decided. That is why, since the month of June 2021 to now, today is December 2024. That's 3 years and counting. 3 years and 6 months or so. We are still sitting at home, my brother. With all due respect, call a spade a spade. No one man can have that power to tell a people or to force a people to sit at home. But when the people come together under one voice, under one accord, under one volition to say they want to sit at home, then it is only possible. Then and then it is possible. So what you are seeing here is the power of the people to sit at home, not one man forcing the people to sit at home. And yes, if they come out, the Nigerian military will buy them. We know that one for sure. So we choose to stay at home because if we come out, Nigerian military go buy us. They will not blame Simon Ekpa. They will blame Nnamdi Kanu. They will blame the BLA. They will even say it's ESN, even though we know ESN is null and void. They will call on IPOB, the name of an organization. So let's continue. Let's continue.
You can imagine the government that ought to be the ones, because in Nigeria, you can't even bear arms if you're not the federal government.
Okay.
So people are killing people, telling them to stay at home. And you're turning back to blame the people that they are staying at home. When you are not providing security enough, if they come out on that day, the government should stand up and live up to the true meaning of its existence, security and welfare of the people.
The joy is Biafra. Not all the jaws. The jaws are divided between the bite of Benin and bite of Biafra.
Hold it now. Can you see him now? He's now using our words. When I speak about God, blessing those in Biafra and those in the bite of Biafra. This man, they hear what he will talk. Now him don't begin take my words. They say bite of Benin to the bite of Biafra. They are all the Igbos. Biafrans, make una open una ears. Whatever I say in this platform is prophetic. Suddenly now people are saying bite here, bite here, bite here. Bite just means an outskirt. An outskirt of Biafra. Within, it means that's how nice we are as a people. Say within our territory, within our country, within our nation, Biafra, we are nice. We are good people to our people. Now, in the bite of Biafra, in the outskirts of Biafra, it means around the circumference of Biafra. The neighbors close by, we are still nice to them. Biafra means Bia. Bia means come. Fra means near, come abode, come and take succor, come and eat. You are welcome. Come and take, come and relax. Come to my nation, come to my party, come and celebrate with us. Come to my town, come to my village, come and eat. If you are going through hunger, come and take food. That is the name of Biafra. That's why we came with the word Biafra back then. So many years ago. Biafra. So when we speak about bite of Biafra, we are the only ones in this world that specify that it's not only Biafra that we are nice to, we also take care of the bite of Biafra. So when I say the people in Biafra and those living in the bite of Biafra, we shall all come together under one voice, under one accord. Why did I say that? Because when they divided Africa in 1884 Berlin Conference, unfortunately, because of the power of Britain and France, they were able to sever between us and our brothers. For example, the Ambazonia, you all know they are our brothers. But because France take over that area that they now call the Cameroon. So they cut off our brothers and call them Ambazonia. So that was why we, the Biafrans, we had to say the bite of Biafra, those living outside of Biafra, because we know, say during those days, you do trade in your boundaries, you do trade by barter around your boundaries, around your borderline, and our brothers were part of the Ambazonians before Britain and France did what they did in the sharing. The same way in the Yoruba side. Benin Republic, na part of the Yorubas, they speak Yoruba there. But again, Benin is for France. The Yoruba side fall under Britain. So that is why we were speaking more. We're more specific about the bite of Biafra, because we should never let our brothers go. Those in the Ambazonia area and the other areas, we shall never let them go. They are part of us. But today now, this man won't talk here now and say, no, bite of Benin to bite of Biafra, it is all about the, different people, not the Igbos. You will hear him say it now. Take it back. Listen to what he said.
Biafra.
Listen.
And live up to the true meaning of its existence.
Listen, it's coming.
Security and welfare of the people.
It's coming. Listen.
The joy is Biafra. Not all the jaws. The jaws are divided between the bite of Benin and bite of Biafra. We are the owners of Biafra.
Hey.
Biafra is an Ijaw name. Biafra, we own it. But the territory identifier as Biafra is a job.
Can you see the problem this guy wants to now create? The enemies from within. People will say, oh, the Biafra na Igbo thing. Those out there saying, oh, the Biafra na Igbo thing. Can you see that we, the so-called Igbos in the Biafra, we are nice. We are open to everybody. We are saying Biafra is for all of us. But suddenly, this man now is the one saying, no, Biafra is for a particular region. But they will blame on the Igbos. When the Fulani Cabal, they were doing their war, they blame on the Igbos. But every time when you look at it, the Igbos are saying, we are all one, we are all one. We speak more of a whole approach. We are saying everybody is one. But the greedy ones amongst us, they are saying, no, now we be this, now we be that. But we are saying no, it is for everybody. They are saying no, it is just for them alone. ASARI Dokubo cannot be trusted. ASARI Dokubo cannot be trusted. Let's continue.
Maybe a little Ibibios around towards the end. And Oron people.
Maybe you have to make a distinction now. Or is it the same? Ijo, Biafra, and Igbo.
Biafra, the real Biafra, the name Biafra, the geographical location Biafra, is Ijo and a little bit Oron and a little bit Ibibio. Some few Ibibios are in that territory, the bite of Biafra. Then, in 1967,
Have you financed?
the Eastern Ijos were part of Eastern region.
Listen.
An Eastern Consultative Assembly was convoked in Enugu. And Francis, an Ijo man, gave the name Biafra, suggested, moved the motion that Biafra should be adopted. Francis Opigo.
Yes.
And Biafra was adopted, and on the 30th of May, 1967, the Republic of Biafra was declared.
Yes, but that is us being fair. Ojukwu was being fair because he didn't want it to be like an Igbo affair. Because if we are the ones that came with a name, now they will say, okay, the Igbo, which was the sentiment the North were trying to play. So he said, okay, out of the congregation here, can somebody please suggest a name we should call this place? So many names were, with all due respect, people brought different names. Until Okigo now said, no, say please. When you go back to history, there is a name that was synonymous to this, our region here. It is known as Biafra. So when he came with the historical fact, the people had to agree, say, okay, of a truth, we shall go back to the names of our forefathers. You see, that's to show you how fair we are. Ojukwu was a just man. He was the leader, but he said they should suggest a name. The same way with the new flag now of Biafra. If you look inside that rising sun, there is a Star of David there. Why? Because Simon Ekpa said, okay, people are saying they should change that flag because IPOB Nigeria Limited, they have tarnished the image of the old flag. So Simon Ekpa brought it up. Say, okay, we shall discuss, we shall delegate on how the flag should look like. And after much delegation, the people, they agreed that we should have the Star of David inside that sun, that rising sun. Why? To identify with our Jewish side. Because I told you guys, say, we the Biafrans, we are known as the children of the rising sun. But in Israel, a people are known as the children of the light. And if you look as well, we the Biafrans, most of us, or some of us, we practice the Jewish faith. And Biafra and Israel, we are one. They are our distant relative. Out of the womb, two nations emerged. So that's how this thing works. In our own case, we didn't bring them out to the whole world, say, or to the whole nation. What name should we give it? Biafra. The flag, how should we design it? We came, we agreed. Let's continue.
Included the Eastern Ijo within our territory. So Biafra has nothing to do with Igbo.
Hey.
And I hear intellectual talk rubbish, rot. Can they dismiss this historical fact that the geographical area known as Biafra is Ijo?
You're a madman.
It's in Boro's book. Boro said this place is Biafra.
Talking about the 12-day revolution?
Yes. Go 150, page 152. Go and see it. Boro said this place is Biafra. In his book.
Yes.
Geographical Biafra.
What he said in that book was that you guys should see yourself as Biafra, because during that time, people are saying they are not part of us. They were scared of the caliphate. So they were trying to differentiate themselves from the Igbos. Until this day, even the military, if you see till this day, they had to divide us. And then they now, placed the Igbos as the problem of the so-called civil war. Until this day, people now blame the Southeast, despite when you go into the annals of history, the man they call Kaduna Nziogo, he hails from Delta State. In terms of locality, to call a spade, Kaduna Nziogo, he hails from Delta State. Anioma, I believe. Delta State. His father is from Delta State. His mother is from Delta State. Although he was born in Kaduna, he schooled in Kaduna, he joined the military in Kaduna, he was more fluent in Hausa or whatever. But somehow, his actions and inactions during this so-called coup has been blamed on the senior brother. The most senior is where? The so-called the Igbos. That's why they blame us for everything. So don't assume when the scholar wrote that your area there is Biafra, he's saying do not see yourself as the difference. Because even right now, Port Harcourt here, they are saying, they are not Igbo. Igbocha is saying they are not Igbo. So with all due respect, when the scholar is writing and say this locality is Biafra, it means it is part of Biafra. And the bite of Biafra means the outskirts of Biafra. Why? Because some of our brothers went into Ambazonia. Some of our relatives, our families, they went to Cameroon because of what? What France and Britain did. The artificial boundaries around us. So respect to the scholar that schooled you, made you to be aware that your location is part, your geographical location is part of Biafra. He didn't say that was the end all and be all of Biafra. No. He said it was part of Biafra, part and parcel of Biafra. Sometimes these guys, man, the way they distort history, it baffles me. The reason why Southeast is the problem, as you all know, in a family, the first son or first daughter always gets the cane. If the family or if the parents are not around and the kids are playing and they break something, when the parents come back, they will smack the first child, say, what were you doing when the other kids were playing and they broke the TV? So that is why the cabal till this day, they are punishing the Southeast, because they know that out of the Southeast will what? A revolution come out again. But this man here don't understand that. He's assuming that because he has converted to Islam, that somehow the caliphate, they now love him. This man converted to Islam just to please the caliphate. That's how he hates himself and his people. That he went to convert to an alien religion just to appease the caliphate, to gain some more pipeline. When they gave the pipeline contract to Tompolo, he went for plan B and he now resurrected his so-called special forces, taking the lives of people in Biafra land, in the eastern region, what they call the Southeast, because that is where they know that the liberator will come from. Until this day, if you notice, all the liberators of Biafra has come within that region they call Southeast. Because now upon us, that same day, that fire, that heart of a lion, it must come from us. Men like Ojukwu, Uwazurike, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, even with our COS now, the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oramweze, if you notice, we have the heart of a lion, and now only us fit to face the caliphate in a language that they understand. But this fat pig here will tell you that, oh no, cut away the eastern region. They are not part of Biafra. A coward will always remain a coward. Let's continue. Look at you, disgust me, man.
At that time, Biafra had not been declared. Then is the instrument of declaration of Biafra in Enugu. In that instrument of declaration, Ijaw territories in the eastern region were included in the declared Biafran state. The Biafran state that was declared in 1967 was not an Igbo state. It was the sovereignty, the mandate was given for the retaking of the sovereignty, the collective sovereignty of the people found within the borders of the British created eastern region of Nigeria.
Okay, now, what's happening between you and Nnamdi Kanu? Because I have seen on the social media this banter. Sometimes
Nnamdi Kanu is a person who is empty in his head. And Nnamdi Kanu wants an Igbo Biafra. Taking our name to hang to what does to himself, it doesn't belong to him.
Hold it there. Can you now see the lies they tell? When it comes to Oyendo, you all know that they even gave him 5 states. Yeah, Kanu, come. Buhari gave him 5 states. Say, Kanu, come. Take the southeast and go. He said, no. I will never leave my brothers in Lower Benue and Kukugi. We are going back to the eastern region to reclaim the whole of the eastern region. You see, I'm saying all that to say this so that you guys will understand where this is started from. Sometimes it is good to go back to history, revisit history, to know those when they tell the truth. The Buhari government gave Nnamdi Kanu southeast to carry go. He said, no. I will not be that selfish. What you call southeast does not or is not all about Biafra. No. We must carry everybody along and live. Southeast is more like an Igbo nation, and that's not what we are after. It's a myopic view to assume, say, you get the whole of the house and the mansions. Suddenly, the criminal came to steal your mansion. And while you were fighting to reclaim your house, they say, okay, let me give you the boys' quarter to live in. And some idiots, your neighbors are saying, okay, just take the big queue now. Take the big queue. I mean, it's still okay because you are now living in your house, technically. Take your family and live in a boys' quarter and just relax there. Let there be peace. You are the owner of the whole mansion. They are giving you boys' quarter. That is how the eastern region is compared to the southeast. No. We have come to reclaim our land back. And Nnamdi Kanu, in his own case, he didn't say he was just coming for the southeast. He didn't claim southeast was Biafra, but this man has told lies in the name of Nnamdi Kanu. Very, very sad. Let's continue. Just listen to him. Listen.
And instead of calling for all, he wants an Igbo. So if we say Chukwuka Obioma is the god of Igbo land, is the god of Biafra. Who is Chukwuka Obioma? I don't know him.
Hi, God, what an insult.
It's not a Jaw word. He comes around, he says, Biafra is a Jewish state. Well, I am not a Jew. I will never be Jew. My ancestors are superior to Jews.
Hi.
The Jews tell a story that they were chosen. No, my ancestors too were chosen. It is only a tyrannical God that will create people and choose one people over and above other. Then that God is tyrant, is Satan.
You are telling lies in the name of Nnamdi Kanu. He never said that Biafra was a Jewish country or a Jewish nation. No, he never said that. He never said we wholly practice the Jewish faith. He never said that. But here you are. You are saying your ancestors were not Jewish. I want to ask you, were your ancestors Islamic? No, but you chose to convert to become a Muslim. That is fine. That's your choice. So if a people say, okay, we did this Biafra, we also practice the Jewish faith. We've got the traditional, there are different kind of spiritualities that religion that we have in Biafra. Not just the Jewish one now. But because Nnamdi Kanu, you have seen him practice his Jewish faith. Now you are angry because you want to be self-entitled. You feel it should be all about you. And now you have painted it as Nnamdi Kanu trying to paint Biafra as a Jewish country. Oh Lord have mercy, my people. I will end it here. That is just to show you that those out there, we have to separate the chaff from the wheat. It's a fact. We must learn how to separate the chaff from the wheat. I will not allow this man to continue to lie in the name of Nnamdi Kanu. Because of that, I will end it here. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear.
Yeah, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land.